Tom, thanks for joining me. We're here to talk about an upcoming class that you have on video surveillance, intended for a variety of different types of people to attend from different backgrounds. So before we get into the specifics of the class, talk to me real quick about why people should get into your class and other classes. Why is it important that they know a little bit more about security technology?
Sure. One of the biggest things that, people that always ask for this class are the newer people in the industry, new salespeople, new engineer, new design people. But because technology is changing so rapidly today, you don't have to be a new person. A lot of people come as a refresher because, we're constantly coming out with new cameras, new technology, video analytics, low light, panoramic. It is a little overwhelming for some people. So I have some people that will ask me, maybe once a year, every other year, hey, you're going to have a class because I like to come in and learn about new technology.
So what is that? And generally, most of the folks in the class have historically been salespeople, engineers, and stuff like that. Our focus has been on trying to assist end users a little bit more. So talk to me about how these classes impact them when it comes to figuring out their budget, when it comes to planning out their short and long-term planning, ease of use for operators, investigations, all that kind of stuff.
Well, and getting end users in here is important because I always like to look at what problems do they have, what questions do they have, so we can answer them while we educate at the same time. We're learning at the same time that they are, maybe not as much about the product, but about their applications and what their needs are. So getting the end user in that's interested about either a new system or upgrading their system, we can show them different resolutions. We can show them different frame rates. We can tell them about the bit rates even and some of the issues that you fall into when you're talking about bit rates and networks, what they need to get their IT guys now involved with, or what they need to know about. Do I need a dedicated network? Do I need a VLAN? So we get into some of those things too. It's just not camera and lenses, but it's also the network. It's connectivity. It's those questions that you need to ask, or it's the answers you need to get before we can put together the systems. So it gives them a better education on what they need to know before they get down that path.
So it's not so much how to install it or how to sell it or how to create a parts list, but perhaps for the end user, how to take all that information and apply it to what they're going to be encountering. So when they get that parts list, when they get that bill of materials, when they get a look at what the budget needs to be, they're going to better understand why it is what it is and what can be done to adjust it. Do I record for a shorter period of time so that I can reduce my storage amount, or do I need to get a bigger budget so that I can have a larger storage amount to record 30 days or 90 days or whatever they want to do?
And we asked that question too. And like I say, the class, there's going to be integrators, there's going to be end users, there's going to be consultants. And we ask those questions as one of the big concerns is like going to buy a car. What's your budget? If I got a $20,000 budget, I'm probably not going to go to the Mercedes or BMW dealer. So again, trying to figure out what exactly the needs are, what are the questions they need to ask, what are some of the things they need to know about. One of the big questions I get from, believe it or not, most people, again, resolution, what's the pro, what's the con, and data sheets, all data sheets look good. But we actually have cameras here where we'll actually, set them up. We'll actually have a camera. We'll show them what low light level capabilities are, what bit rates are, what resolutions are. We even get into it, and the question comes up, license plates or facial recognition. How many pixels per foot do I need? What type of lens do I need? So we go over some of the calculators that they can download free of charge and actually then go back and they can design around their criteria, which those are two criteria that usually do come up.
Gotcha. So as far as end users go, I know we generally focus on a couple key vertical markets. What would be examples of end user categories, if you will, that would benefit from your fundamentals of video surveillance class?
Sure. Our last class, we had a municipality, we had a prison. The class before, we had a university. So it's a little bit of everything that's out there today is the end user. It's really the customer that just is looking for, hey, what do I need to know about these things? Overall systems, concerns. So they come in here a lot of times with, what am I going to learn? But at the same time, we get them, we ask the questions and they ask us questions. We answer them. And a nice thing is the class sizes are anywhere from 8 to 15 people. So it's not too small, but it's not too big. People all learn from each other. And one of the first things I ask in every class, don't be afraid to ask a question. Ask the question, because it's a good chance the person next to you probably has the same question and just doesn't want to ask it because they feel stupid. There are no such thing as stupid questions in any of these classes.
So I appreciate the insight into the class. You run these regularly. You can always check our website for in our class section, or the easiest you'll see at the bottom of the screen here is contact us at support@midchest.com, and we'll point you in the registration link direction, or we'll answer any questions that you have about content or where you need to be and when, and all those sorts of things. So Tom, thanks for clarifying what your class is all about. Again, fundamentals of video surveillance coming up soon.